Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. And Cain is having a change of heart. Again. And again. And again. And again. Why don't you make up your mind, Cain? Well, he does, just not quite yet. And no, he's not gonna be a traitor again. But he definitely gets a little more love in Final Fantasy IV the after years. That's about all I'm gonna say. Anyone who wants to play the game, play the game, watch somebody who Let's Played it already, whatever. I won't be doing it, but oh well. Yeah, Cain, what's wrong with you? Not that it was all that challenging, really. Most of the enemies in the Giant Babel really didn't prove all that difficult. And the tanks and the airships were able to keep it at bay, so it didn't destroy anything. Hell, it didn't even move by the time we got in there to the time we blew it up. Yes, and Cain was under Golbez's control. So it's nobody's fault except for Zemus now. And apparently, even though Cain regained his consciousness and knew exactly what was going on, how to get everybody out of the Giant Babel, he didn't know anything about Golbez. The blood of the Lunarians. And he did a pretty good job at that. He's got them all. And it seemed to be quite easy. Well, I guess I shouldn't say easy considering Fusoya collapsed after removing the spell, but he managed to do it with one attempt, and you didn't have to go and do like a fetch quest to find, this magic amplifier to make sure that he can do it. He just, oh, you're not supposed to be that way. Fixed. Done. Now I gotta go take a nap. Speaking of Cecil's metaphorical brother, Cain is coming back with us. We get to have another party with the traitor. This is, Cain's third go-around? Wonder how much better he is this time. He still does level up, without you being there or whatever. Since he's been in our party before, he will gain levels as we do. Edge asks a great question. And Cain actually has a good answer. Stop beeping, watch. Hey, look at that. Edge wants to kill somebody. Think he's got the mind of a serial killer. As long as he doesn't kill me, good to go. Yeah, let's go. Well, yeah, you don't have a choice, Cecil. You're the main character. If you don't go, then I can't go as the player. So, you have to go, otherwise we're pretty much screwed. Cecil, I'm going to kill you if you get rid of my mages, because without my mages, I'm pretty well going to die, guaranteed. There's never been a guarantee that we're going to come back alive. What are you talking about? Okay. Here I've got to talk about the different translations. As I think I said before, when we first got the magical ship, it has multiple translations. The ones I can remember off the top of my head are Lunar Whale, Magical Ship, and Big Whale. Now, they don't change the context of this line in the other translations, but they just change the name of the ship. Oddly enough, it was in the Final Fantasy II version, the one that was originally released on Super Nintendo in North America, where it was titled The Big Whale, and Cecil straight out said, "Get off the big whale." I'm going to leave dirty minds think about that what they will. So that is kind of funny that the censors would have, even though the intent isn't there, but I don't know, it seems like there was something that the censors would have gotten rid of had the game been made, say, 5 years later. I think when this game was made, they didn't have the rating system yet, because wasn't it Mortal Kombat? Was it the first Mortal Kombat or the second one that really spawned them wanting to have a rating system, a proper one? A good little girl? She went and aged. She's not little anymore. She's big in all the right places. I'm a little afraid of Rydia, actually. If I were Edge, I would run. Oh, Rydia has awesome lines once in a while. Oh, poor Edge. I would run very quickly. I wouldn't call her a bitch for that. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't blame her at all. And yes, Edge is a little infatuated. Oh well. Now, it's a bromance. Well, not really, but... It's a party of 3. We're reduced in number again. See, I told you. I told you in the last part, you know. Normally, when we get 2 new party members, we lose 2. In this case, we lost 4. 4. Meaning we have no white mage. Cecil doesn't count. We have no black mage. Edge doesn't count. What the hell are we going to do now? How am I going to take out those bombs if I can't cast Bolt on them to explode themselves? Whatever am I going to... Yeah, there we go. If anyone else didn't see that coming... Yeah. Alright. Rosa is back, and she is not going to let Cecil tell her what to do. Way to go, Rosa. It's dangerous outside. Yeah, we were there already once. We didn't die. Well, not very often anyway. Aww. Happy moment. Yeah, Edge, you really do have those chances with Rydia, which is kind of unfortunate because, I don't know, they both have kind of out there, really self-confident personalities now. Like, Rydia before, when she was a child, obviously not, but now that she's, you know, become basically a young woman, it really does appear that she is, you know, just kind of, she knows exactly what she wants and she's going to get it. It's not the personality she always has, and it changes quite a bit in the after years, but... And we have a little makeout session right in front of Kane. What worked? Who said that? Really? I'm assuming what she did is cast the warp spell and somehow it brought her all the way back to the moon. I don't know how they explain this. Different translations try and explain it. This one doesn't really at all. And we need a summoner. Actually, we don't have all the summons yet. We've got the god of all the phantom beasts or summons or whatever, but we don't have all the summons. In order to get the last remaining summon, we need to head back to Earth. Now, you could have done this earlier on in the game. Basically, as soon as you get back to the surface, and have unlocked the big whale, or the lunar whale, or magical ship, whatever. Usually, you can do it with a party that contains Fusoya, and it will actually be easier, believe it or not. At least I think it will be easier. That's open to interpretation. Basically, you change him for Kane, and Kane doesn't do as much damage as Fusoya in this particular fight. However, you know, in order to get this summon, it's a Pokemon. We have to, you know, beat it up first. Then we can get it. Yay! So anyway, remember quite a while ago when we were raiding Baron last time? How many times have we raided Baron? Twice? Twice. I think? Once? Twice? I don't know. Anyway, we could have gone downstairs, but some magical force repelled us. And if you had gone back later, over here, we were repelled by a force. If you had gone here slightly later, before you had been to the Cave of Phantom Beasts, you would have seen somebody here who would have told you, you can't recruit me until you've talked to Leviathan. And so, yeah, I'm going to adjust my setup, and I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Just to make a note of it anyway, Kain comes with new gear. Even though I stripped him last time, he's been outfitted with Genji gear and the shortened version of the Gungnir lance. There we go. It's actually it's disputably his best weapon in the game. Oddly enough, you're just kind of given it. He has one that has more power, but you lose defense, and I'll think about whether I want to use one or the other. Anything else? You want Edge with Thunderclaw for this fight, and, you know, as much strength as you can muster. As you can see on the right there, he's got 10 multipliers, which will definitely help him in this fight. Other than that, we're kind of set up. Oh, right, one more thing. You do want to pull out, and I've done this a while ago, pull out the blue fang from your inventory if you've saved it. Hopefully you have. And we enter into... the King of Baron. But wait a minute, you're dead. And yet you're right there. Huh. I was murdered. Wait. Can you ever say that truthfully? And it became the beast, or the soul of a phantom beast. How did you do that? When I die, can I just become like the spirit of Anima from Final Fantasy X and just mutilate everything in front of me? Can I just do that? Can I become the spirit of Bahamut because I died and I want to? How the hell did you become the soul, or, you know, get to infuse your soul into a phantom beast? Anyway, we can call for him if we defeat him. Standard. And this is Odin. And if you remember earlier on in the game, in one of the books in the library, it said that if the only time Odin was ever defeated was when lightning struck his sword. So, we want to beat him with lightning. And the Thunderclaws are really, really good. You don't need to bother. You actually have a timer for this fight, but it's not all that much to worry about. Use Rosa to use that. And have Rydia... No. Use Bolt 3. I learned Quake for Rydia off-screen there, so I have that. That'll be useful in the upcoming area. This is a time fight. You do have to beat it. In some versions, there's actually a timer on here, I think. Or maybe that's Final Fantasy V. Either way, now you can cast Berserk. I probably should have done it on Edge first, since he does more damage, but doesn't matter. Yeah. See, even, like, you don't need to use Bacchus Wines. You don't even... I didn't even get to get off a spell with Rydia. The fight, it can be difficult if you don't know what he's weak to. If you know what he's weak to, no challenge at all. Anyway, we learned Odin, which would be good if anything actually succumbed to instant death. Doesn't seem to work all that often, so I probably won't use it. Anyway, I'll just meet you outside here. Okay, I lied. I'm going to meet you here instead of outside. Anyway, you just need to grab one of the smaller airships and come back down here. I'm not sure if I've shown this off yet. But anyway, we have a new shop here. And here we can buy Hellwind Shurikens, which are actually quite useful. I'm going to not buy, a max amount of them. But I grabbed 5, why not? I could throw them at enemies along the way. Probably save them for bosses. You could also buy Yoichi arrows, though I don't see any need to, like I said before. They don't have anything to exploit. Yeah, nothing that they can exploit. That shuriken's probably useless. I'm not going to sell anything yet. I'm going to head back to the moon. The only thing we can do now, other than, just play around, I guess, is actually move on with the game. So what I'm going to do is, that's all for this episode. I'll meet you next time at the spot where we met Fusoya earlier on in the game. And yeah, so just basically need one of these airships. There we go. Take the lunar whale, and anyway, I'll meet you on the moon next time.